I gotta ask, how many songs do you have? Because it's given more than 500 at this point.
If a show is more than 500,
Yeah.
I keep saying 500, but it's definitely over 500 by now.
Okay.
It's probably like close to 1,000.
Whew. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, JaszyLuv from 93.5 KWDC. In today's second official episode with JaszyLuv With The Tea, we have the one and only. To me, I feel he is like the man of all affirmations and gems. LaRussell in the building right now with us at the Grill Studios.
Come on.
Yay!
The man of all affirmations and gems. That was new. Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
You hear me?
So I know with your name is LaRussell, but previously it was Tota.
Yep.
So how did we come from Tota to the first name? How did that come about?
Total was just a nickname. And
Okay.
I end up making like music that was really, really close to home.
Okay.
And I felt like I had to deliver it as LaRussell and as myself because I was like telling my story. Mm-hmm. And it just it felt like a necessary transition into maturity.
Yeah, I like that. So I know you're from Vallejo, 94589.
You hear me? Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, you kind of give me more like a Berkeley type of feel. Has anybody tell you that? Look at his face. He just swished it. He said, "You gonna put that on me now?"
What does that mean?
Well, because Berkeley has like a very like versatile, just all around type of culture.
That's how
type of
Vallejo
vibe.
is.
Okay, see, I don't know much of Vallejo.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Vallejo is the most diverse city in the country.
Okay, I didn't know
Like
that.
statistically.
So if I were to Google that, that's what's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vallejo gonna
put
pop
me on
up.
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
say
got
less.
everything because the naval base was like a big part of the war back then. So we got every race and every heritage, every culture. Like Vallejo is a melting pot. So that eclectic feeling of Berkeley is like natural to Vallejo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. So with you being from Vallejo, we know that you have also a backyard residency concert in your actual backyard of your actual house where you actually sleep at.
Yeah.
Okay. And you started that in 2017? 2022, but with good company you started in 2017, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So how is it how did you come up with like, I just want to throw a concert in my own backyard? Like, that is mind blowing. Now you see rock bands, they'll throw their little concert in the garage, but you said backyard.
I mean, it started in the garage. My parents been throwing parties and shows in our backyard since I was a kid. So It really wasn't like new ideology. It was just me using the resource that was available to me. But we've been doing that since we was youngins. My parents always had the party house. We had the TV outside and a fight on. So it's always been entertainment in our crib and in our yard. I just like revolutionized it.
Okay. And with you having the backyard residency, you've had a lot of major known artists come and perform. How does it feel that you get the respect as an artist, as an independent artist that you are, to, the fact that you have these artists that are coming in your actual backyard? Like, how does that feel? Like, yeah, y'all respect what I got going on. Y'all want to perform here at my backyard.
Yeah,
how does
you
that
hear
feel?
me? Hey, I'm a fan first. So for me, it's really surreal because that I don't have like a big ego to where that fandom leaves. Like we were just recently, I was just in LA and we were with The Game. And he was just telling me, and Wiz, and they were just expressing how, like, man, I'm leading the charge and inspiring them. But me as a fan, I always come in, like, looking at, like, damn, y'all done all this. So for me, it's a beautiful experience because I'm really just living out my childhood, just like the shit I used to see on the screen and the TV, I get to live it.
Right. That's awesome, and we get to live it as well with all the posts that you post every day. You post
come on.
Twice, 3 times a day. I'm like, I need to keep up myself and do the same. No, you're also, you're such a motivation to a lot of people, including myself. I see the team that you're with. They totally support you. Your mom supports you, and I love that. You've built a movement by staying independent, right? And redefining ownership in the music industry. What's one lesson about ownership that most artists still don't understand?
That's tough because I don't think people understand ownership in general. Like it's just a word that we've recently, it's a trendy word to say I own it or I have ownership, but you can have ownership of something and it be worthless. So it's not necessarily about the ownership, it's about the value of the asset you have. Right. You don't have to own something for you to make it make sense and build value in it. I've been building like the promotion side of my company, and I'm building with venues and partners that I don't own their infrastructure, but I'm able to use it to build something that I will own in the future, so right. Ownership is great, but usually when you start, you can't afford to have ownership. So you have to leverage what you can use to get ownership.
Right. And with your company, going back to that good company, you have the merchandises.
Yeah.
I love the jacket, by the way. I put it in my order.
You hear me? Come on.
It didn't come in time, y'all. So I was gonna wear it today, but
yeah, that's high demand.
And I got the Crocs on too to represent him, because if you know LaRussell, he wear Crocs about 98% of the time anywhere he go. Look. So with good company, I know that you have LaRussell stock, right? I read something about with Jay-Z, how you already know where I'm gonna go with this. How he started with his basically same thing, stock, right? Where fans can basically get money out of your royalty as well. Yeah. Can you kind of explain a little bit of that?
I don't know what that nigga doing, but what I do is a little bit different. A lot of the companies that's been trying to do it, there's been a lot since we started. And they're selling like fractional shares of, it's kind of hard to explain, but they're selling music they don't own necessarily. So it's not in the same capacity. Like I'm selling a revenue percentage of a share. So if my song generates X amount of dollars, I'm selling you a percentage of that revenue. I'm not fully sure what they're doing.
Okay. Say less. What's a lesson life had to teach you multiple times before you finally understood it?
Everything. Everything I know.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I'm a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times learner sometimes.
So what do you mean by that? Like
sometimes life has to teach me a lesson 10 times before I get it.
Right. And I think that's for most people. I know that's for me, because I like to bang my head a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's a decision you made out of ego that you later regretted?
I don't have any that I regret, but I did make a lot of decisions out of ego early, like when it came to like deals and turning down deals and turning down offers and not working with certain people.
Okay.
I made a lot of those decisions out of ego, which inevitably end up protecting me, because I end up making it here, so I don't regret it. But a lot of it back then was ego based, because I felt like I was worthy of something I didn't yet earn.
Right. Okay. And so you felt like you did not earn, but you now you own it and you earning everything, every little bit of all these opportunities that are coming about, like the tiny desk.
Man, and that's the beautiful thing why I said I don't regret it, because everything came full circle. I remember early on I had a deal with Intuit, and they were being white, to say the least. And I remember when I was like telling them, I'm gonna be walking away. The lady told me, she was like, well, I don't want you to do that, because then you'll kind of get blacklisted and the brands won't want to work with you no more, and you're not going to get opportunities. And here I am performing at the NBA.
At the NBA, at Tiny Desk, at NBC, ABC 7.
Come on.
I mean, come on now. Can't nothing stop this man. Like, you are killing it. You are awesomely killing it. What time in your life when you felt like you have failed, though? I love how you take a moment. You're just like, let me make sure I answer it how I need to answer it.
I fail often because I try a lot of shit.
Okay.
And everything don't work, you know. Like my first few backyard shows, I ain't make no money. My first 100 shows, I ain't make no money. So, I mean, depending on how you look at failure, you know, it's just like, it's data for me, but I fail often because, I'm always trying new shit. I'm always doing something that I believe I could do that may not end up coming back to me like monetarily or even in any other way at the time. So, I fail a lot, and I encourage that with everyone. It's like, you can't do everything right and you can't get everything right, but failure is like your data points. Like if you miss a shot, then I tell you how to adjust for the next one.
Absolutely. It's all about experience.
Yeah.
You know. I want to point this out, how you post, the type of post that you post on Instagram, like you can tell you're just like, you're out and about, you're in the streets, and then you're just like, you look at something, you're like, I want to make a little video right here. Is that how that goes with you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we just walking and we see something that's fire, and I mean, even on Visualizer Days, we just walk around and we find shit that look good that we think is aesthetically pleasing, or sometimes we just outside and it just happened. The universe just kind of put it in motion. Like, you know, we had a viral video coming out of New Parish in Oakland when it was just outside in the cars, and it just like the moment created itself, and we just always ready to exist in it.
Okay. And with that being said, like with all the posts that you post, you're always posting a new song. So I gotta ask, how many songs do you have? Because it's given more than 500 at this point.
If a show is more than 500, I keep saying 500, but it's definitely over 500 by now. Okay. It's probably like close to 1,000.
Shoo.
Yeah.
So how are you coming up with these songs? Are you just like, because you're a great freestylist, right? Is that even the word, freestylist? Is that a word? Anyways. Today. You're great at just freestyling. So do you just randomly freestyle? You just like, that's a song. We just gonna make that a song with me freestyling what I just freestyled right now.
Not necessarily.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I write every song I do. I mean, for the most part, unless like 98% of my songs I write. I just write a lot of music. I make a lot of music. Like when I get in the studio, I'm making a lot of songs. I make a lot of songs in bulk. So, and I like what I make, so I share it.
Yeah. And with your songs, your top songs on iTunes are Party on the West
iTunes.
Side. iTunes and Spotify. And Spotify, no, that's not, no, we not messing with iTunes. What's going on? Party on the West Side.
Yeah.
You know, with featuring Larry June.
Yeah.
Hustling.
Yeah.
In My Musty. I kind of question that.
You know what's dope about what you saying? All those songs are new.
Yes.
And they at the top. And that's like, people be scared to put their shit out and release things into the world, but it's like, those are all new records.
Those are new, And My Musty came out last year.
November.
Again, that's one of your hottest songs with P-Lo and E40.
Yeah.
The video is awesome. It's super cute with the orange. Just want to let you know you did your thing, P-Lo.
Come on.
I thought I told y'all. So I got to ask you about this song. I thought I told y'all, but you dropped in 2025 of this year.
Yep.
Who were you talking to?
Because
it was
all these niggas.
Like, okay.
I think I say in the song. Okay. I thought I told y'all niggas.
Right. Because I felt that. I was like, because I thought I told y'all niggas too. You know what I mean? So I'm related to it.
Yeah.
Players Holiday. I loved how you guys came together. That was with Kamaya, Saweetie, P-Lo, Larry June, G-Eazy, YMTK. I mean, you guys definitely did your thing, coming together, showing love for the Bay.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
P-Lo.
Okay.
P-Lo is a heart of Bay Area culture and Bay Area music, and there's a select few of us that everybody is willing to show up and rally around, and P-Lo is one of those. When he assembles the troops show up.
I love that. And then we got GT Coupe.
Yeah.
Yep. 2021, you released that.
Come on.
Okay. Base Market Blues. I loved how you did... Boss Market, my bad. I loved how you did the sample of the Kanye and the Adam Levine.
The interpolation.
What's his name? Levine.
The interpolation.
The interpolation.
There's no sample.
Okay, no sample.
That's played.
But it's kind of like it's
the feeling.
The feeling of it. Okay, okay. Correction. No, but I love how I was able to just like vibe to that.
Yeah. Right.
You make all kinds of music. You even make pop music.
Yeah, country music, R&B,
as well.
alternative, right. Everything. Afro beats as
well.
Everything.
Yes. I said, dang, this man really just do everything.
Come on.
And then What We Doing?
Yeah.
That's a real big one as
classic.
Well. Definitely classic with Richie Rich. I know he had performed it with you at your backyard residency, and then he ended up like breaking his leg. I said, "Oh no!" So he good now though.
He's great now. He's great now. That was the best thing that could have happened.
Right. So I looked all the way back to your Instagram. I'm talking about to the first post you ever posted.
Is that up?
It's
up. What is it, like 2013, 12?
Okay.
I was late to Instagram.
2017.
Oh, that can't be the first then.
Well, that was the last
wow.
one. The first and the last one. Right?
That's crazy.
Right. So, can you explain to us of this video? Because I've noticed when doing my research all the way back to those times, it seemed like you were more in a deeper space. Like you were maybe going through a lot around that time. I know it's your music now. It's a lot more happier. It's you know what I mean? So talk to us with that.
I think this is a shoot for a song called Murray. That was a really good record. Even this caption is dope because it was. This is where I was getting into like really like finding my own voice and my own experience through music. You know, throughout high school and shit, like you rap, but you don't really like. It's very few of us who have the maturity and intelligence then to like vocalize our experience. So we just rap like whoever our favorites is, Lil Wayne, etc. And I feel like at this point I was like getting to learning how to vocalize my experience and my emotion. So yeah.
I was looking at the videos and I was like, man, they deep, but it had so much great message for the community. And I totally respect that. And still to this day, you stay true to that of always giving a deep message for all of us and for the ones who can really, really, really relate to your gems that you always drop in.
You know, it's hella funny. Back then, I didn't used to have a lot of like hype music or fun music. And I remember my cousin told me one time, he was like, man, I be wanting to slap your shit, but I just can't. It put me through too much in the car. And it's funny because now I make so many slaps that some days I'm like, man, I don't want to make slaps no more. But I always have life music because I'm just always, that's the shit that pours out of me. But I remember being in that phase of just confliction because I wanted to make songs that niggas play in their cars and ride around to. But you can't do that to all that shit sometimes.
There was a tweet that you tweeted back in 2021.
Wow.
Oh, I do my research. Okay,
wow.
But that's about me. We're on pace to sell out 1,200 tickets in LA in 5 days.
Jeez.
Independently. Some of your favorites could never. Sold the tickets direct through a platform we own. This story will never get old. Real life, real people, real impact, real numbers.
Come on. That's the founder.
Okay?
Yeah. That's the founder. Come on.
So with it being back in 2021 with 1,200 tickets, so how many tickets are being sold now to this day with 2025?
The same, because I don't be scaling up and well, that's not true.
Okay. I was gonna say that ain't true.
In the past 3 years since I started using What's TBA, I think I've sold like 60,000 tickets.
True.
60 to 70,000 tickets. But yeah, I choose to stay in small, intimate venues. So, you know, I don't, like, we did that show and I was like, I don't want to do that again because it was like so many people and I wasn't able to like just curate the experience in the way I like. But then again, we've been on like big tours with much larger shows. But I just like the intimate shows better because I could talk to everyone and see everyone.
I love that.
But that was a big moment. That was crazy.
Nice. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a second to check out a little video, a little clip of LaRussell, you know, dropping his gems and showing his performance at his backyard residency. Check it out.
Couple hundred souls, I really do that shit with ease. I'm so fucking blessed that I be greedy if I sneeze. Bitch, I'm running beat with Drake, come on, we throwing teas. Oh, you want LaRussell on your shoulder? Come on. They done pulled the rabbit out the head, I had to bounce. Boy, that shit snap got me fucking up the count. With charge in the bank, forward, never slows them out. 100 from into bring me the airport, hangar in the pool. I'm in a 414 playing pool. Sound engineer, King Michael Brinson. This is life. I just make it sound like this. I never thought my shit would get around like this. They from here, but they ain't in a town like this. Blow water, you might fuck around and trail like this. I'm grinding, slap it. 1 point. Link up. The Bay of now is happening. I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to slow, slow. Look, say I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me.
So another tweet I came across 2 more tweets, right?
Wow.
Recently, just 2 days ago. You posted, the beauty and independence is the ability to move without approval. I don't have to ask anybody to do shit, ever. I don't have to get an unsolicited opinion on what I feel or think is best for me. I'm free. I have the ability to miss and not be a big deal. Just shoot again. What do you mean by this? I like this, by the way.
So some of them records that you like named are like songs that I just made, and it was just like, man, we going to the world. I just did a song. I was with Marshawn, and we had this viral clip, and I put an unreleased song on the clip, and everybody's like, damn, what is this song? What is this song? So I just dropped the song because I can.
Okay.
And I just did a song with Wiz that's going viral right now, and I just uploaded it yesterday, and it's coming out. And it's just a beautiful thing because some of my artistic peers can't do that. They don't have that freedom and ability. They have to go ask somebody if they could release their art or share their art and their expressions, and it's a sad place to be in.
Let's talk a little bit about the Wiz Khalifa collab. So how did that come about? He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that you guys are coming together and making dope music, I'm sure. And when do you plan to release the song?
That one finna drop on Monday.
Okay.
Yep.
Of course, because you be quick with it.
We straight to the world. We straight, man. We didn't listen to that song like 100 times now. We made 3 of them in 3 hours.
Yeah. He said 3 hours. Okay, you be on the move.
Yeah. You
don't be playing out here. So another artist, T-Pain, he posted about you. Yeah. He said, I don't give 1 micron of a damn how popular an artist is. I will only invite somebody to tour with me if I fuck with them as a whole ass person. You, sir, are not only one of my favorite rappers, but also a fucking great person as for real as I know. My whole family loves you, so this wasn't even a debate from anybody, and even if somebody didn't hold their peace, I'd have to shut it down anyways. Thank you for the accepting, bro. I know you got a ton of things popping, so I appreciate you giving us and the world your time. Let's kill the world, bro.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Man.
He's a legend.
An icon.
An icon.
An icon.
GOAT.
An absolute icon.
Yes.
And tour with him was like the grandest experience. Like, we got to really learn and watch and witness him be not just an artist but a human to his team. Like, people don't, what you do on the stage is one thing, but really it's what you do backstage and around the stage that matters. How you treat the staff, how you treat the technicians, how you treat your team. That's the shit that really stands out and matters. For sure. You feel me? And he's a class act. He's a class act. He's a class act.
I've definitely met him before. He is very funny, very humble guy. Going back to the Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
That was one of the best performances. In fact, it ended up being the top 10 performance for Tiny Desk.
Not 10.
Not 10?
Top 10, not 10.
Top 10, not 10. Okay, you heard him. You have the producer and pianist Hokage Simon, Clay Doe as a pianist as well, violin Michael Prince, flute Jimmy Tor, guitar Harry, saxophone Tion, vocalist Shantae, love her by the way, Malachi Martin, and which is a rapper, and Tieta's in the building with us as well. She's somewhere behind the camera, y'all. She is a wonderful poet, by the way. And you had your creator, who was also like your hype man, Splash.
Yeah.
He did his thing. He was hilarious. I love how he be having you hyped up. Okay. How did you come together with this team? Because I noticed that this team of yours is always with you. So how did that come about?
Man, a journey.
Yeah.
A journey and attraction. I found everyone at different points in my journey that aligned, and I'm just someone like, when I find somebody that I just take a liking to, I just like, it's hard for me to like not indoctrinate them into the system and try to help change their life and have them assist in mine. So I found everybody at different points in my journey, and it's been dope. It's been a crazy run.
Yeah. You seem like the kind of guy that just wants everybody to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I like everybody to get a dub.
I noticed that on the Tiny Desk, you were doing the Smeeze dance.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Chonkster. He is the creator of that dance. I feel like he don't get enough credit for it. You know what I'm saying? I love how you brought it out for the Bay.
Yeah.
And the way you just did your performance for the Tiny Desk, it was given everything about the Bay, and I love that. Right. I know we've had Too Short perform for the Tiny. I believe it was Too Short. Was it Too Short? It was somebody from the Bay Area performed for the Tiny Desk as well.
We've had a few.
Larry June. That's who it was. It was Larry June. He performed for it. I feel like we need more Bay Area artists, for sure. I feel like the Bay Area has always been slept on, but we're now finally getting the credit that we need more and more. Would you agree on that, or no, not really? You don't feel like the Bay Area been kind of slept on a little bit?
I used to think that.
Yeah?
But
okay.
I think that's untrue. Okay. Everywhere I go, they fuck with the Bay, and they fuck with us heavy and tough.
For sure.
It's just a rite of passage. Like, you really gotta earn your stripes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think that we're better than we are. You feel me? But when you go throughout, like, we've had a lot of cultural hits that don't break outside the region.
Right.
So it's like no one has to fuck with us or accept us. You know, like there's very few of us that could go to New York and sell out because they're looking for something different energy, right. Different vibes. And if you can't provide that, then you just won't have success there. But everywhere I go, they fuck with the band. They holding their collars and you feel me? So it's but I used to think that before I was able to like build and really just take my craft serious. But the whole world fucks with the Bay. Yeah. It ain't nobody in the world who don't fuck with the Bay.
I agree. Anytime I tell somebody I'm from the Bay Area, they're like, oh, for real?
On God.
E40,
like,
tell me where to go.
You feel me?
Like,
the Bay is one. It ain't nobody in the world who don't fuck with the Bay.
And there's no other part of the world that's like us.
You hear me?
Okay? Our culture is very unique. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. All-Star Weekend. So tell me how you felt, because, I mean, that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience and moment. I mean, I was lit for you. I was like, oh, I'm about to interview him. And then I seen Storm DeBar. That's my homegirl. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So, talk to us about how you felt and how that come about for you.
Man, incredible. We still been on it. I haven't taken a day off yet. You know, we went straight from, I worked every day during All-Star Week. Yeah. And then I went straight to LA to work some more. And I just got back. When did I get back? This morning. I just got back home this morning. You feel me? So we've been at it 2 weeks straight. And it was a beautiful experience because they didn't have to choose me.
Yeah.
But they did, and I felt so proud and grateful to represent my region nationally. And
you performed GT Coupe.
Yeah.
And I so with Storm DeBarge, you guys know each other for quite a while, and I know the first time I seen you guys together, she posted was Luxury. You had posted a clip of the song Luxury she was dancing to.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been friends?
We met that day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and that was about a year ago exactly.
Yeah.
We met. I was doing a Hit Boy project, and I always see like clips of her online, and I just tapped in and was like,
Yeah.
man, let's make some magic, and we lined up, and we had a bunch of viral moments out of that, and then since then, so that's my dog.
Yeah. And then you've done Breakfast Club, you've been on LA Leakers, GC YouTube. I mean, you've been killing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's next?
Whatever the universe brings me.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that. So I got some interesting questions to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's interesting?
Well, to kind of get you to think a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. If someone gave you 10 million right now, what's the first thing you wouldn't spend it on?
I wouldn't?
Yes, you wouldn't spend it on. It was to throw you off.
There's a certain way I talk with my niggas, and I'll be having to filter because in my mind I'll be saying crazy shit. I don't know. A lot of stuff I wouldn't spend it on. I'm not a frivolous I like spend money on things that I really, really like enjoy or things that help my craft. Like I buy cameras and equipment and shit like that. So I wouldn't spend it on a lot of shit.
Okay. It was to throw you off, and it did. It worked, see?
It did. It worked. It worked.
Would you rather own a catalog forever or take 100 million upfront but never make music ever again?
I would take $100 million.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really shocked that you even chose that.
Yeah.
Really?
I'd make movies.
And okay.
I don't have to make music.
Have you thought about getting into a movie?
Yeah, I done wrote films and everything. You know, film is my shit. I love film. But yeah, I'm taking $100 million for sure.
Okay, say less. Say less. What's the worst financial mistake you have ever made?
I poured water into a lot of cups that didn't pour water back into mine.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
I've given a lot of money and opportunity and energy in places that there was no return on investment. And that would probably be my most but even like I said, I'm not regretful for it, but I have invested in a lot of people. I invest in people, and sometimes you don't always get a return on that. But the people that I have yielded return on investments, it's incredible. But I've invested in a lot of people that they didn't earn or deserve the investment. Okay. I just loved them,
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. A lot of our artists preach ownership, but secretly take deals. What's something you've done behind the scenes that would surprise people?
I don't think artists preach ownership and secretly take deals.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think you can secretly take a deal. If I do a deal, is it your business or mine? That's not a secret. That's just none of your damn business. And you could also do deals and have ownership. I've done plenty of deals, and I own every piece of music that I've ever created. So I think that both of those could exist. And it's not a secret thing. I think that's what the media builds.
Right.
But it's bro, every smart businessman does deals. If you're not doing deals, then you probably ain't got nothing to deal with.
Right. Okay. You've turned your career into a blueprint for independent artists.
Yeah.
Right? What's the biggest mistake artists make when trying to stay independent?
They don't invest enough. People don't understand with independence, if you're not going to use the machine, you have to build it. So what people don't understand about me is they see my growth, and I'm independent and it's organic, but I spend more money on building what I have and what I've done than most people are willing to spend on their careers. If they don't sign, then they'll never spend the amount of money that it takes to actually become to the point where everywhere I go, someone knows me. And that's because they see me so much, and they see me so much because I'm either putting out so much or I'm running ads so people see my product,
Right.
everywhere. And it takes a lot to get to that point. Like no one just knows your name organically. As much as like we love the organicness and the independentness, it's real and unreal because nothing organic. Like you're not going to find an organic strawberry that looks like the GMO ones.
Right. Okay.
You feel me? Like
That's
you'll
true.
find a good one organically, but when you want it to scale and get to a certain size, it just takes more than you're able to do without resource. Like McDonald's wouldn't be McDonald's if they didn't have McDonald's budget. You know, like McDonald's had enough money to make a song that we know.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right. And that's real. Your music is full of now raw emotions and wisdom. Do you write with a message in mind, or do you let the message find you?
It's an interesting process. Like I don't really write the songs. It's just like it just rains down and the bucket catches the water, you know, and it just comes. Sometimes I lay a song and I, you know, forget about it and I'm riding around later and I listen to it and I'm like, damn, you know, like it just kind of, whatever message needs to be delivered just kind of comes through me at this point. Like I used to have to like intentionally write things and try to figure out stuff, but now it's just like, if nothing comes to me, it just doesn't happen. So now the songs really write themselves.
What is your favorite song that you've made? I know you've made over 1,000 songs, but what's that one song that's always stick to you that you just made and you're just like, no other song can be more deeper than this for me?
GT Coupe and Peanut Butter Insides are like songs that mean a lot to me.
Okay, and why is that?
There's few artists who have songs that I feel like I could listen to and I understand them. And I'm like, I know your experience. I can relate. I get it. I've been there. And those two songs for me are just like, if you're a human, it's going to resonate. You know, it can't miss you at any point in humanity. Like if you're a human, you've been through some point of this.
Okay. And what album would you say is your favorite album that you've made so far?
I'm going to say, how much does a peace of mind cost?
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I just needed that album. Like I remember writing all the songs on a plane ride. Like I wrote all those songs in a day. And when I was excited to get home to record them, I recorded them. And I think I released the album probably like a day later. Like it was all made boom, 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 like really fast. And I remember playing that album for my dad and Splash and the homies in the garage. And like my dad tearing up and just seeing everybody response to like real music, real life, like flowing through them. And yeah, it was just an album that I needed for myself at the time too. And
so discussing about how, you know, back then you were connected with your family, with your music and whatnot. You know, I've read or I've done some studies. I know you've been doing music since you were about 8 years old.
Yeah.
And it was
done some studies. It's funny.
Done some studies, some research. And I know Lil Wayne was one of the first artists that stood out to you that you felt was, you know, with all the bars and whatnot. Would you say he's that artist that kind of taught you how to freestyle as well? Or how did you learn how to freestyle? I mean, I feel like I know it's you either got it or you don't. That's how I feel. Or you can kind of learn it. I don't know. You let me know. I'm not the artist here.
Wayne definitely like influenced my ability to like put together like bars and crap. Wayne and Ye and I used to study like not particular artists but particular bars. Like I used to research just bars and how people delivered them and what they said, how the words worked. But really I think like freestyle rap in general like stems from intelligence. Like the smarter you are, the better rapper you can be, because you just have more life and experience and words at your leisure. Like, you know, there's some rappers where they have to say the same thing over and over because that's as far as like their vernacular expands.
Vernacular.
You hear me? But yeah, I think rapping just kind of stems from intelligence, and I like when I start reading more and learning more and growing more as a human, I've been able to rap a lot better, and not even in a complex way. Like I think my fun songs are some of the best raps because I'm able to put things in a simple form where people could ingest them and digest them, but still have a message.
And that gotta come from reading, right? And speaking of reading, I know you've created some books.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two. I got 3. I got 3 in the works
2?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got Life the Bullshit I Tell.
Yeah, the
right?
bullshit we tell ourselves.
Should we tell ourselves?
Yep.
Limitless.
Yeah.
And then what's Leave Empty.
Yeah. Okay, you know something.
So out of 3 of those books, what is your favorite book out of those 3? Which book would you say just, comes close to the heart?
They're all my favorites. You know, the bullshit we tell ourselves is really special to me because I wrote that book with my daughter's mom, and we wrote it in a day. And I remember that was my first venture of like, I'm gonna write a book. You know, like not realizing that you could really write a book and be an author. Like it was a joke to me. Like I'm gonna be an author. I'm gonna write a book today. You know, and then Limitless was more like me maturing and like sharing my journey and insight. And I'm excited about Leave Empty because there's so many gems that I've learned along this journey that I wasn't able to like the bullshit we tell ourselves is like a child version of what Leave Empty is. Like I wasn't able to articulate myself in the same manner, and I didn't understand life in the same way I do now. So I'm excited about Leave Empty and just everything I write after that. You know, I'm about to start writing books like albums.
Okay. Do you write a lot of like journals? Besides writing music? I
don't really journal anymore, but I like scribe stuff. As stuff come to me, I'm like I got a note in my phone just full of like life.
Right. Okay. I love that. That's awesome. And so you say you're planning on writing more books as well in the future?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of them. I had I read a lot of books from like Indian mystics, and they all got like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books. And they getting all the money on Amazon. And I want some of it. Especially because like I learned a lot of life from those books and they don't look like me. You feel me? So I just feel like we should exist in that space as well and be able to like share. Like it's niggas who read Limitless who like they would never read a Swami book because they don't relate to that nigga, but they relate to LaRussell. So when they read it in my words, they ingest it in a different way. And sometimes we miss all of that information and knowledge because it don't come from a source that we understand or we know. So, we getting in that space.
Awesome. And as far as Limitless, I noticed you promote that one the most lately. Why is that you promote that one instead of all the rest of them? That's the newest book?
Yeah, okay. That's the most recent from like 2 years ago. The first one it was really like limited. I only made like 100 copies and it really went to family and friends. It wasn't like a big thing. It was really me just like, I'm gonna write a book, you know, and Limitless was more of like,
has a lot of affirmation.
I knew I was gonna offer it to the world.
Yeah, I love that. Where do you get your like knowledge of affirmations and just a lot of gems? Where do you get that from? Is that from your mother?
Hell nah.
No.
She gonna watch this interview and crack up. That's funny. No, but I get my humor from my mother.
Okay.
You know, when you're born, you got 30% of your mom, 30% of your dad, and 40% of whatever God give you.
Okay,
right? I think that comes from that 40%. Like, there's things that I've kind of learned and indoctrinated that I was never taught, or like I didn't grow up around that shit. It just I don't know. Yeah. You know, it just was in me.
Okay, I love that. So, random question. If you had to explain LaRussell as a dish, what's on the plate?
Sauce. Sauce, a little bit of whatever you do that with.
Okay. Just sauce. Any type of sauce. We got mango sauce. We got verde sauce. We got, red spicy sauce.
It's gonna probably
tomatoes.
be some Cajun or some pesto.
Okay.
Yeah, just sauce.
cilantro?
I'm like a sauce that go on anything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Say less. If you could rap alongside any historical figure, not an artist, who would it be and why?
Martin Luther King.
Amen. Okay. And why?
I don't know. I just feel like that's like the version of me I am in hip hop.
Okay.
I feel like he was what I am in the hip hop realm. I just do it in a different variation and way, but his messaging and the love he was spreading and what he was trying to push, like he understood it. He understood it at a human level.
So that's funny that you said that. I've came across a few comments where some people believe that you are like the newer generation of Tupac. Despite Nipsey Hussle being from LA, I'm saying as far as you being from the Bay Area. How do you feel to hear that? And has anybody told you that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's flattering. It's an honor, but Pac is really a one of one, being. But there's just there's energy, right? That resonates in the world. Like you ever meet somebody in the world and you like, damn, I fuck with you. And you don't know why, you don't know them, but it's because like y'all vibrate and resonate at the same level. And I think that energy that Pac possessed is like one that remnants in my spirit.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get to touch on this, but I noticed a clip with you and Saweetie. Are you mentoring her right now? Like, are you kind of just showing her how to, cause she already doing her thing. She's already killing it already alone.
Yeah.
But are you in a sense mentoring her, like as far as an artist, how,
I wouldn't say mentoring, like coaching, but not even, I'm supporting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just supporting and lending myself where I can. She has a really great spirit.
She does.
And character. And I don't know, it resonates with me. So I just wanted to help her where I could. And she brought us in. She's actually the first person to hire me to come in and be a coach and do production and build around. Yeah. So I'm just like being a good homie.
Yeah. I like how you look at that. And that is exactly what it is. So that's what I see in the video that I've seen. Yeah,
we learning shit from her too. Like I said, she the first to hire us to come in and do like, this was the first time I got paid to like come out and do rap shit without having to do rap shit, So I have an immense gratitude for her and just seeing us as that.
Okay. And I did see a clip of you emceeing in a way. It was her performing and you were emceeing, you were like DJing. Kind of, would you say emceeing? I would say emceeing.
What was I doing?
You were rapping.
I was like giving the cues and shit.
Yeah, you were just like, Saweetie in the building, whoop, whoop. Now, with me asking this question, would you look at yourself as like an MC or a rapper or a little bit of both? Because you do have like this.
I'm just a nigga.
Thing about you as well. I'm just a nigga.
I mean, I'm not just a nigga, but it's like it's like I just be doing like whatever life called me to do. You feel me? Sometimes I'll be rapping, sometimes I'll MC, and it depends on it. That's all perspective based. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Say less. If you can create an album using only sounds from your childhood, what would that album sound like?
Sounds from my childhood?
Yep.
What you mean?
For example, for me, I grew up with old school music. I grew up with maybe hearing music for Rugrats. I grew up with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to do Take Me Back from Rugrats for sure.
Yep.
We got to do all that theme song.
Take me there.
Yeah.
I wanna go there.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was one of them.
Okay, right.
That was one of them. We got to do Candy Rain. My soul for real.
Okay. Okay. One more.
One more. My Prerogative by Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, Kendrick Lamar Drake. I love his laugh, by the way.
I love them both dearly. They both have been so impactful and inspiring to my journey that both of them they hold a high regard in what I do and why I do what I do. So
okay, we're going to leave it at that then.
Yeah.
Okay, respectfully. All right, well, thank you so much for taking time to come and have this interview with me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for coming prepared.
Yeah.
With notes.
Yeah. Do you not get that on?
Redo that outro again?
Sure, yeah.
Speaking in the mic real quick, please.
We out of here.
All right, well, that was the end of JaszyLuv With The Tea. I appreciate you, LaRussell, for coming through, showing love. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. I know you're going to kill it. You're going to continue to kill it. And I'm going to continue to watch all your posts that you post
Gratitude.
2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. Any last advice for artists that are independent and, trying to figure it out?
Stay really firm and rooted in yourself and like what you desire and what you feel. And like this game is really like life is really like a journey of how much respect you have for yourself. Right? Because like especially when it starts speeding up, it almost feels like everyone tries to like utilize you and pull you and all this, and you got to really like set boundaries and stand firm and like who you are and where you are. And I think that's where a lot of artists get lost, because when the glitter start gleaming, you want to grab at it. You want to be everywhere. You want to do everything. You want to show up for everybody. You want to help everybody. And then you get like you go around pouring out this cup, and then you get back home and you like, man, I'm thirsty. And you go like this and that bitch empty.
Drenched.
You feel me? So just really like serving yourself, pouring into your own cup.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much.
Gratitude.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Next episode.
I'm going to come back and I'll rap.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Y'all heard it. Look.
Yeah.
All right.